Hello, happy Sunday, December 6th. Are you ready to take off number 6? Messiah Classic.
It's Come Unto Him.
Woohoo! Messiah was written by George Friedrich Handel, who was born in Germany but lived much of his life in England. We have a little more history for today because it's just that exciting. As a child, Handel was very interested in music, but his father, a barber surgeon, was not.
Oh.
There's a rumor that Handel smuggled a clavichord into the house so he could practice in secret. Handel's father insisted that he become a lawyer, until the day Handel sat down at the Campbell and dazzled a duke. The duke convinced Handel's father to let his son study music. In the April of 1737, Handel suffered a stroke which paralyzed his right arm, didn't know that, and left him unable to perform or conduct music. He also complained of blurred vision. At the same time, he lost a fortune in the opera business and fell into debt. He actually wrote an opera by the time he was 20. Shortly after these trials, Handel came across a libretto of scriptures from the Old Testament. Handel was deeply affected and felt compelled to compose an oratorio based on it. During the summer of 1741, Handel worked tirelessly to compose the Messiah. He completed the entire 259-page score in 24 days. His servants were not allowed to enter the room where Handel was working, so they would leave his meals on trays outside the door. Later, they would remove the trays untouched. It's said that Handel did not leave his work for days at a time.
Wow. At one point, when Handel was working on the Hallelujah Chorus, his concerned assistant opened the door and found Handel in tears, exclaiming, "I did think I saw heaven open and saw the very face of God." I mean, it's glorious music.
It's great, very dramatic.
It's very dramatic. When he completed the Messiah, Handel signed it SDG, which stands for, forgive my pronunciation, Soli Deo Gloria, to God alone the glory. The Messiah was first performed in Dublin, something else I did not know, and it was during the Easter season of 1742.
Which Messiah, the Hallelujah Chorus, is often sung at Christmas. However, it's about the resurrection.
Correct. The premiere was anticipated to be so crowded that female patrons were advised to leave their hoop skirts at home. Well, I just wouldn't go. It was then performed in London to multiple sold-out crowds. The Messiah has become a Christmas tradition throughout most of the world, with just the first 2 parts of the oratorio performed, followed by the Hallelujah Chorus, during which the entire audience stands. Interesting story about that. King George II, who attended a royal performance of the Messiah, when it came to the Hallelujah Chorus, he stood up. Whether the king stood up, or whenever the king stood up, everyone in his presence had to stand up, so the whole audience stood. And no one is really sure whether the king stood up because he liked the music or for some other reason, but it has become a tradition for the audience to stand when the Hallelujah Chorus is sung, so now we all stand.
I'd have had to go to the restroom.
When that means like, oh, this isn't a good time. I just stayed. Following the first London performance of the Messiah, a patron congratulated Handel on the excellent entertainment. And Handel said, "My lord, I should be sorry if I only entertained them. I wish to make them better." He's such an artist. I love it.
So we are going to present Come Unto Him, which is sung by the soprano. This particular oratorio kind of combines both of our voice types. The Rejoice Greatly with all the wonderful runs is this lady's expertise, and I'm more towards the Easter section, the more languid, I know that my Redeemer liveth, but we meet in the middle with Come Unto Him.
Him
Shall